Hey everyone, this is Upasana Singh, STR Flipkart, and I welcome you all to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution for everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Jayesh Rathi. He's a great coder and he's a four-star coder on CodeChef as well as expert on code courses. So you can guess how great coder he is. So Jayesh, now I welcome you to Online Study for You, and the stage is all yours now.
So, hi, my name is Jayesh Rathi. I'm a four-star coder around CodeShip and expert on code courses. I, I have been placed in Barclays, and right now I am targeting fine companies. So that's all.
Great to know that. Jayesh, could you please tell to our audience that what should be approach if anyone is beginning to coding if anyone is a beginner to coder, then how he can start his coding journey?
So first of all, there are many coding platforms for coding. Like there is PrepBytes, there is HackerEarth, there is Gigs for Gigs. But according to me, the best one is Gigs for Gigs because it has everything. Like it has its own compiler where you can do the changes in the code and try to do anything with the code. Then there is also interview experiences on this, and there are many problems based on tags. So according to me, Gigs for Gigs is the best platform for any coder, any non-coder to start his journey.
Jayesh, could you please share with us a roadmap of how to approach a coding question? Like many people do 300 questions, then also they are not able to solve coding questions if there's any new question. So what should be a right approach to any coding question when they get any coding question, how they approach that question?
So first of all, if you are doing a coding question, you should sit with a pen and a paper in your hand because हवा में सब कुछ होने नहीं वाला. So पहले तो pen and paper हाथ में लो. Then second, try to read that coding question for at least 2 or 3 times because many times happens a single word can change your whole coding question. So you should read a coding question for 2 to 3 times, and then you should make different test cases first of all and try to solve those test cases on paper. And then you should not jump directly on the efficient approach. You should first uh, try to make brute force approach of the question. Don't think about the time complexity of that question. Then you should optimize that question step by step. And the most important step is do not give on the code. Like ऐसा नहीं कि हार्ड ठीक ही है तो छोड़ देंगे, ऐसा नहीं. कोड करो एंड बस यही है अप्रोच.
Okay. Jayesh, people mostly confuse CP and DSA and they are confused which to approach, like whether they should move more towards CP or towards DSA. So according to you, what is more important, both for on campus and on off campus and on campus placements?
So it totally depends on the person, what is important. If a person is satisfied with a job of 6 to 8 LPA, for him DSA is important. But if a person wants to join a FANG company or a company about 10 plus package, then he should give importance to CP according to, because CP is just like a ocean and DSA is like a sea in that ocean. Like you can learn many things from CP. You can learn DSA first of all. Then you can improve your logic, and you can also improve your typing speed by doing CP. So according to me, CP is more important.
It happens usually that we, after doing 2, 3 questions daily, and after a week, we feel like, no, it's not working, and we leave that thing. So, how we can maintain consistency in coding? Like, is there any way you have used?
So like first of all, there is only one way to maintain consistency, and that is by solving problems. Daily you can maintain a streak. You should consider coding streak just like your Snapchat streak. If you break it, you have to start from the beginning. So like many of my friends, what they got an internship and they stopped doing coding for like a month, and after 1 month they are back to the basic, like back to the pavilion you can say, and they have to start from the beginning. So you have to solve daily like 2 or 3 problems on lead code or code force or code shift. You have to do that. That's the only way to maintain consistency.
Jayesh, what would be the one tip you would like to give to our audience so that they can improve in coding, or they can make they can have a consistency in coding or in anything, like they can improve? So what is the one tip you would like to give?
The one tip I would like to give is every algorithm in DSA or coding is important. Like for instance, if you consider DFS and BFS, you may find DFS is quite easy and quite easy to write. Its recursion code is like 5 lines. So what I used to do is, if any question on DFS and BFS used to come, I used to only focus on DFS and not think about BFS. But it's totally wrong. Like when I come through the grade question, like the question in which you have given a rat on the 1, 1 grade, in a grade, one rat is given on the 1, 1, and there you have to find the minimum time, like to rat to get a cheese at position n, n. You can find that BFS is more important there. Like every algorithm is important, because अगर वो important नहीं है तो होता ही नहीं. So that's the one tip I would like to give.
Yeah. Also, apart from tips, what are the mistakes usually coder do while approaching to coding or while starting with coding? So if you did any mistake, then you can tell that, or if you think that these are the common mistakes, then you can mention them, those mistakes as well.
So apparently last year, when I was in November, December, I was going through a bad phase in coding. Like I was not able to solve code process A in less than 10 minutes. Like you should solve a code process in less than 10 minutes. That's then only you are a good coder. So what I did was, there is a website called A2 Online Judge, and it has like problem tags of the problems, and problems are sorted in different tags, like code process A, code process B, binary search, all these tags. So what I did was, I focused on code process A for like a month. Like I did 300 or 400 problems of code of all the past contests in 1 month. But after 1 month, I came to realize that I didn't learn anything new. I just वही का वही रह गया. So like this is the one of the mistakes that I have done. The thing that you learn from this mistake is, you should not focus on only one tag in coding. You should try to do different problems on different tags. Like you should do recursion, you should do TP, you should focus on strings problems. So that's the one tip I'll like to give the audience.
Yeah. Same happened with me. I was scared of graphs, so I used to not touch graph questions. I used to think that they are very hard. But later on, discovering graph, I found that they are easy. Like they are not that hard. So yeah, you can always move on to, always never be scared of trying things. Start, and you will later on you feel that they are easy too. So yeah. So coming on to our last question, I would like to ask you, what will all the tips you would like to give to our coders and or audience who like to code or who like to grow as a coders?
So I have some tips in my mind. So first of all is, when you are doing a coding contest or doing a coding problem, what you can do is you can write the time at which you should solve this coding problem. Like what I do is, I write the time about int men in comments that I will solve this question up to this time. So it will help me to know that how much time I take to solve this question. And it also helps me to know that what are my weak tags and strong tags, and do better in contests. So this is the first tip I would like to give. And the second tip I would like to give is, what you can do, try to make friends, like college friends who are coding enthusiasts. Like I myself learned coding from my college friend, my roommate, and like you can take part in many contests with them. Like you can know their approach. You can also talk with them about coding and etc. Because you can't talk with coding with your family. Not everyone in your family is coding enthusiast. Try to make friends who are coding enthusiasts. And then third tip, like if you are done with the contest, try to see edututorial. Like doesn't matter you have solved that question or not. It may happen that your approach is not efficient. you can see that in editorial. Try to go with 5 to 7 coders, minimum 5 to 7. Try to go with solution of 5 to 7 coders. Like I myself go through the solution of Ashish Gupta, Utkarsh Gupta, then Galen Colin. These are some of the world top coders, and you will always learn something new from them. Then try to take part in coding discussions. Like there is CodeChef discussion, CodeChef discuss, then Codeforces discussion. You will always learn something new. I myself learned STL from coding discussion only. Like some guy came and he taught me everything about STL, and I followed him, and I was thankful to him because of him I am giving this in coding tips to you. So that's all the coding tips I would like to give.
Okay. Thank you, Jayesh, for coming here and giving so much information about coding to our viewers. Also, if you want to connect to Jayesh and if you want to ask some questions, then you can get to him through his LinkedIn ID. His LinkedIn ID is mentioned below in the description box. And also, if you want a dedicated video on competitive programming, then do let us know in the comment section below. We will definitely consider that, and we will again come with Jayesh and we will make a dedicated video for that as well. And thanks for watching. We will meet in the next video.